Bangkok, the city of temples, tuk-tuks, and tasty dishes. Our journey to Bangkok started in our hometown. We had to travel about 8 hours by bus to get to the Philippine capital, Manila. However, we were booked for a flight not from Manila's international airport, the NAIA, so we still had to take another 2-hour bus ride to get to the airport where our flight for Bangkok was scheduled to depart. We couldn't complain though, as the ride was smooth and the views were great. Finally, we reached the relatively new but spectacularly beautiful Clark International Airport, which is located within the Clark Freeport Zone in the province of Pampanga. It's not as busy as the Ninoy Aquino International Airport, and the striking architecture is right up there with other world-class international airports. So staying there for hours while waiting to board our flight was an amazing experience in and of itself, and wasn't as boring as we thought it would be. Evening came, and it was time for us to leave the Philippines and fly to Bangkok. Taking off is always an exhilarating experience for me. But when the plane leaves land in the evening, and all I see are the lights below, it always takes my breath away. After about 3 hours of flight time, we finally reached the airspace of the Thai capital. And the landing was as breathtaking as the takeoff, as we saw the first glimpse of Bangkok from up above. Hopping on our first Grab, we cruised through the highway to get to our Airbnb. and we were greeted with the impressive evening skyline of the city. Waking up to our first morning in Bangkok, the first order of the day was to take a quick tour of the neighborhood where our accommodation was. We then proceeded to eat our first ever full meal in Thailand. And because of the tons of choices of food outlets in the area, the challenge was choosing which one we would eat at. We finally decided to try out this restaurant located on the same block where our Airbnb was. After lunch, we took the BTS train, and the ride gave us more views of the city, this time in daylight. To get to the next place we were going to check out, a great way was to take a riverboat, so the pier was our next stop. This time we were looking at the city views from the river's vantage point, which was really special. Once our boat docked, we were right on the doorstep of Bangkok's most luxurious mall, the Icon Siam, a 10-story mega lifestyle complex sitting right along the renowned Char Phraya River. It's a melting pot of sorts, where people of various ethnicities from different countries all over the world converge to see, eat, or just meander aimlessly. It features an Apple store, and just outside of it is a beautifully designed park that overlooks the river, where you can see boats cruising up and down the waterway. As soon as the sun had set, boats booked for an evening river cruise started docking at the pier, one at a time. We had booked one for us as well, and as soon as we all got on board, the performances started. But the highlight of the cruise was not the shows, nor the sumptuous buffet. It was the stunning views wherever we looked outside. After enjoying a 3-hour cruise, it was time for us to take another boat ride to get to the train station and head back home. Day 2 was scheduled for a tour of Wat Po, one of the largest and oldest temple complexes in Bangkok, covering an area of 80,000 square meters. After the temple tour, we grabbed a taxi and headed for the famous Pratu Nam market, where cheap clothing was sold. And of course, what's a Thai visit without checking out their street foods? And the array of delectable street food choices was vast, stretching almost the entire side of a block. Whatever your tummy desires, from skewered meat to vegetables to fruits and ice cream and delicacies of all sorts and everything else in between, they had it all. But our day wasn't done yet, as we still had another iconic place to visit. This is the King Power Mahanakhon, the tallest skyscraper in all of Thailand. But as they say, all good things must come to an end. The next day was our scheduled departure from Bangkok and back to our home country. We created a lot of memories in so short a time, and we brought them home with us with a smile on our faces and gratitude in our hearts. As a fitting end to our ephemeral journey, we were gifted with a gloriously beautiful sunset just a few hours before we boarded our flight for the Philippines. The Lord is good.